Hello, welcome to my video. I feel cheeky today. I feel like I need to influence your brain to believe in what I'm saying. I'm running out of clothes to wear, so I'm just wearing what I'm wearing. I just put anything on today. So I might speak a little bit different today because I've got a particular audience in mind, and I've got to keep that audience in my head. So let's get on with it. The title today is Bad Boy versus Good Boy. What are we saying about that? What do you think about that? What do I think about that? And so then I want to completely influence your brain. I want to change your brain. I want to mold your brain. I want to influence your brain so then you listen to what I'm saying. Please, let me mold your brain. Let me influence you. Yeah? I'll do that. I will do that. Gladly. Happily, I will do that to you. So I have this really challenging class that I really love, because I have another challenging, actually I have two other challenging classes that I don't really like very much, and I don't like going to them. I get anxious to go to them. I'm like, oh gosh, I've got this class, I don't want this class, because I don't know why, I just haven't connected with these classes. They've been quite disrespectful, and I've kind of lost my temper with the both of them, and I don't like losing my temper, so I'm not really fond of teaching them. But this one class, they are very challenging, but I look forward to seeing them. I love the characters in there, and I kind of feel like I just want to be there and I want to influence them. I want to talk to them. Anyways, but the other day, yesterday, I was feeling a little bit of dread going to them, and I think it's because I know that I've handed in my resignation now, and I have to now go and try and do something that's challenging, and really I don't want to. I just want to go home because this is too challenging. Dealing with kids that are challenging are too challenging. Also, there's loads of them together, which makes it even more challenging, and the whole entire class just thinks that they are a bunch of clowns that are on some type of TV program that want to be funny and rude, and it's why? But I was very forgiving because I was like, you guys are so unique. How did you manage to get 30 unique characters in one room like this? It's crazy. So I was kind of what's the word? I don't know. I just really liked them. So, but yesterday I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't want to go. So I kind of just went in there a bit more harsher than I usually am with them. And I was like, right, let's just go on with it, shall we? No, you don't want to get on with it? Okay, go with your name, please. Or you don't want to do this? Okay, where's the punishment? Let's get on with the punishment. I just was not having it with them, right? Anyways, so there's this one boy. He's I think he's the ringleader of naughtiness in that class, because I was warned about him before I went in there, and I was just looking out for him, who is it? And I was told that he was actually, I'm not going to say it in case he comes across one of my videos and he's you are talking about me, and so I don't want to do that. But in particular him, I was very interested. I was who's this boy? I want to see who he is, because why are people warning me against him? And I went in there, I was oh, look at you trying to be naughty, and I kind of tamed him a little bit, because he's so cute and stuff, right? Anyway, so he, as usual, wants to shout things out at me, wants to ask me inappropriate questions, wants to do all of the things that you're not supposed to do, and I was just not in the mood. So then I was just do you know what? Let's ask you, because when I get impatient, I just start directing questions of so what's going on here, and I start directing questions. So then I was directing him questions who in this class wants to be a naughty person? No, I said, who in this class wants to be kind? And most of people's hands went up, apart from one boy here. He's always a troublemaker, and the one boy who I was warned against, their hands stayed down. I said, okay, who wants to be a bad boy in this class? And then both of their hands went up. I was oh, let's start with you over here. Why do you want to be a bad boy? And he was because it's just cool, innit? And then he started talking some rubbish, because I got lost with when he said it was cool. I stopped listening to him. I'm it's cool. And he started and then the whole class was laughing at him. I was okay. And then I asked this boy, okay, what about you? Be quiet. What about you? Why do you want to be a bad boy? And he said along the same lines of it's just cool, innit? Because and again, I stopped listening when he said it's cool, because I'm it's cool. And I'm just lost on cool. So then I start kind of preaching to them a little bit, and they're all just looking at me, and then we started having a debate about money, because it was just so tiring. This is so tiring, guys. Anyways, let's just get on with the discussion, so then we can influence your brain to see, let's see where we end up. So I'm going to freestyle this video because I didn't even know that I was going to do a video today, because I wasn't even going to do a video about this. My next video was going to be something else, and then here I am wanting to do a video about this. So I just kind of want to freestyle this video. I've kind of only written like notes around the other sections, but this main section I'm going to freestyle. The conclusion I'm going to freestyle. So when I was younger, I was attracted to bad boys. I didn't know why. And when I say bad boys, I mean naughty boys, naughty people who don't do as they're told, who cause havoc. I was attracted to them. Why? I know why now, but back then I didn't know why. And it's because I think courage is attractive. And if you have courage, that you're not scared of an adult, you're not scared of the consequences, you're not scared of things, and you just do them anyway, I think that that's courageous. And so then courage was an attractive trait for me. So then this was the way that I saw courage as a kid. Somebody who was being naughty, somebody who was breaking the rules. Well, you're obviously courageous, otherwise you wouldn't be doing that. So that's what I pictured it. I think that's why I find it attractive. But I've definitely 100% have grown out of that, because now people who are naughty, I don't find them attractive whatsoever. And actually I can see through the immaturity of not knowing how to handle yourself, not knowing how to maneuver yourself. Therefore you have to do things against other people or against what you've been asked to do, because you don't know how to maneuver yourself. So now I'm seeing it more as a immature, incapable trait in a person, that you're not able to get what you want without doing the wrong thing or upsetting people. I don't want to say the wrong thing, because I know that this world is like absolute nonsense, right? And so then if you're breaking the law, like what law? Who put it there anyway? So I understand that what I'm saying is a bit contradictory, but people who are naughty are no longer attractive to me, because I'm seeing it as they are not able to maneuver themselves properly. Therefore they just go for the easy route, which is to go against things rather than the hard route of trying to handle the situation and get in your way. Oops. Maybe now I'm attracted to a different type of naughty, right? Because somebody else might call that person naughty, and I don't call them naughty, I just call them courageous. But somebody else will be like, oh, you're so naughty. But now what I call naughty, somebody else might call like something else. So maybe we just got all these different words to describe different actions. Put it this way, somebody who's rude to somebody, I will no longer find that courageous. I will find that disrespectful, unkind, and therefore it's not attractive, because you're unkind. Like, there's a way for you to talk, there's a way for you to get your way, and if you're having to be rude to somebody to do it, I don't think that that's attractive. Is no longer courageous to me, because now as an adult I know that you can still get your way, you can still be courageous, and you don't need to make the situation worse. And when we are rude to people, we are making the situation worse, and I'm a victim, or let's say a predator. What's the opposite of a victim? I'm the opposite of a victim with making a situation worse by being rude, because I've been sharing, I've been having anger problems, and my anger is now expressing itself with words, and it makes the situation worse. 100% it makes it worse. So when people say that the good boy, like nobody's attracted to the good boy, I had the quote of the week here, which I wanted to say for the quote of the week, but I can't, because I'm gonna have to bring it into the conversation, which is, bad boys ain't no good, but good boys ain't no fun, right? That's the quote I found online. And I was like, the anger in my chest was rising, because I was like, why humans, they choose the wrong words all the time. They say things that are not correct, and they just say them without explaining it properly. And that seems to infuriate me a lot. I don't want to be infuriated, but it infuriates me a lot. And so I think that's like so incorrect, because basically, I don't know what it was, right? I've been, and I don't want to be a victim of this anymore, but I've been a victim of somebody turning their back towards me, and now I'm chasing them. I have done it. And I don't know if it's going to happen again. I don't know if it's like a weird chemical in your brain that comes alive when somebody rejects you, or if somebody makes you feel like you're not good enough, you want to prove to them that you're good enough, or you want to cry about the fact that you're not good enough. In this point that I'm in right now, I don't have those feelings. I don't want to prove to you that I'm good enough. If you don't think I'm good enough, see you later. Bye-bye. I don't want to prove to you that I'm good enough. So I hope that this stays true, and that if somebody ever treats me bad, or if they make me feel like I'm not good enough for them, the first thing I'll do is just walk away and kind of go, oh, this is not for me, instead of wanting to prove to you or to show you that I am good enough or that you're wrong. Because also, I've also noticed that it's all just frivolous. So if a guy thinks you're not good enough, it's frivolous, because in the next moment he could change his mind, and he will change his mind depending on how you show up and depending on what you do. Like, it's so immature and frivolous. And because I've been watching kids, I've been witnessing all this like immaturity that we take along with us. Because guess what? The kids are all breaking the law. As soon as you turn your back, they're doing exactly what you told them not to do, right? Everybody does it. Oh, adults don't do that because adults know better. Yeah, right. When I'm driving home and we're driving past the speed cameras on the carriageway, the dual carriageway, everybody, you can just see their red lights. They're slowing down. And then they slow down to 50 because 50 is the maximum that you can go. Then they get past the speed camera, and as soon as they're past, boom, they start again. All of the cars do it. Only 1 out of like 20 cars don't do it, right? So those 19 cars, they are also breaking the rules. You're telling them not to do something, they're going and doing exactly what they want. So we've not grown out of it. We're still doing the same things that we were doing as children, but because we're adults, we think that we don't need to get questioned, or we have the right to do it because we're adults, but we're still acting the same. And I've witnessed people change their minds very quickly. Like, no, I'm not attracted to you. But if you turn up and you're all different and you've got different clothes, you've got a different attitude, you've got a new haircut and your attitude is different, oh, what's that? Something's changed. Now I'm going to be attracted to you. Why? Because you changed. So actually all it takes is for you to change, and then somebody's going to change their mind about you. And it's so immature, because what's changed? Nothing has changed. You're still the same human. And actually something has changed. But what I'm saying is that it's easy for you to become attracted or non-attracted to somebody based on these little changes. And for me, that's like too frivolous, because what are you attracted to? Just like this accidental match of attraction. Like, one day you're attracted to me, the next day you're not. And that's what I'm witnessing in children. Like, one minute they're this, the next minute they're that, but then they're not anymore, and now they are again. And it's just like they're not factual, they're not strong, factual points. It's just like not sticking, like it's this strong fact. I completely got distracted. I was talking about good boys not being attractive. So what I'm saying about that is that we're getting the language wrong, because it's not that you're a good boy. Because a good boy to me is somebody who's respectful, who's kind, and who does the right thing by everybody. A bad boy is somebody who doesn't care for people, and they treat people badly. That's what I'm seeing bad and good as, right? What? Again, is that wrong of me to see the language that way? But let's take the language that way. So that's what it means, good boy, bad boy. There are good boys in the world who are cheeky, they're courageous, they're intelligent, they're leaders, and those good boys who have those traits are 100% attractive and desired. So really, is it the good boy that you think is unattractive, or is it the guy who is scared and who doesn't make his own choices, or he doesn't stand up for things that he believes in? And is that what you're calling unattractive, but you're just saying the good boy? But that's not correct, is it? Because good boy is the boy who cares for people, who does the right thing. But that boy can be, I'm saying boy and girl, I don't know, because the word's a bit weird with boy and girl. I just mean female and male, right? And the male who's courageous is more attractive than the one who's not courageous. The guy who believes in himself and he goes out and he gets it is more attractive than the guy who is not, and he's scared and he falls back. And if there's a bunch of scared men who are not courageous and they're not like the go-getter, if there's a bunch of them around you and you're not exposed to the courageous guys, right, then you're going to start looking at other things like, oh, how do they look like, or what are their mannerisms and stuff, and then you're attracted to that. And so then you choose the best one out of that category, because you don't have the other categories to even choose from. So then you choose there, and then when this courageous guy comes in out of nowhere, he takes your attention, even though you've got the perfect top from what you have available to you. That guy's still gonna come and take your attention, because we're attracted to courageous, to people who lead themselves, to people who believe in themselves. And back to the younger me, that's exactly what I was attracted to, the guy who believes in himself and what he was saying and what he wants. But back then, if he was rude to people, I wasn't intelligent enough or aware enough of what that meant. I thought it just came with a package of like, oh no, it's because he's strong-minded and he's courageous, that's why he's rude. And now it's like, oh no, I've seen different, I've learnt different, I've become different myself, and now I know that you can be all of those attractive things without being rude to people, without being disrespectful or demeaning or putting people down and saying bad things. Even though sometimes it's a bit hard when you're angry, you could definitely be kind and be all of those attractive traits. And are we having these conversations in the home? The boy in the classroom, is his parents saying all of these things that I'm saying here? Is he saying it to them? Because my son is getting all of this from me. He's hearing all of this stuff from me. But is that boy getting it at home? I don't think so. I don't think we're having these important conversations to mold the children's brains. Like, yes, you can be courageous and be outspoken and go after your dream, but it's very important that you're kind and you care for people. And we're not teaching that at all. No, we're not. We're teaching people to go and get a good job and make sure that you can pay for your own, look after yourself. And we're not thinking about what makes a great character, what makes an attractive character. Oh no. And I was watching this boy and he was with this girl in McDonald's. And it felt like it was the first time that they were eating in front of each other. And the way he was looking at her was like she was like God. And he was a bit shy, even though he had a bit of like cheeky eyes. But you could tell that he was like very, very shy. And the way he was biting his burger, and then he kept like covering his mouth, and he had these really thin lips, and he kept covering his mouth every time he was like eating. And I was like, oh God. And I could just feel that this girl, if she was the wrong type of girl, she will walk all over him because she wouldn't be attracted fully to this guy who was insecure about eating and who was scared for his life because he was eating in front of somebody that he really fancies. And you could tell that she wasn't like as scared as him, and she was a bit more courageous than him. And she's probably going to end up breaking his heart because, sorry, I'm banging, because he's not going to give her everything that she wants, which is a guy who's courageous. And the same guy, if he learned how to be courageous, like, this is who I am, so what? I'm going to bite my burger. Okay, now I'm eating my burger, so what? If he changed into that character, she will completely be besotted with him. And that's okay, because some people will hear all of this and they'll be like, F all of this. F being a bad boy, F being a good boy, because you only like me because of this bull crap, right? So F all of it, right? Of course, we have the right to be irritated at this stuff, but it's because we're not talking about it. When we don't have education, like, this is how it works. We're attracted to these types of traits, and can we encourage all of that so then we're all attractive beings? Because why not? Why can't we all be attractive beings? Why can't that boy there just eat comfortably and be attractive? Why is he insecure? He's insecure because he doesn't have enough education about what security means, what it feels like, what it means to other people. Because if you're secure, you're attractive. We want to be attractive in life. I like being attracted to people. I like it. I like the feeling of fancying guys. So I want you to be courageous. I want you to be attractive because I like fancying people. I don't think that we should be angry at the human nature of why we fancy people. I think we just need to talk about it, get used to the idea, yes, this is how it works, and let's educate everybody so we can all be attractive out here and not be treated badly by a girl or be heartbroken by a girl who plays around with your heart because she's not really that attracted to you, like 100%. Actually, let's put it this way, she has to be attracted to you 150% out of 100. That's when it works, because eventually if it falls, it will just fall to 100%. And if you're attracted to somebody 100%, it will fall to 80%, and that's not enough. So, and when I say fall, I just mean like you get used to things, but even when you're used to them, it could be exciting. Like, I could get used to having my camera, for example. I'm used to having it now, but I'm still so excited that I have it. Like, I've got a good camera. I could get used to my hair, but I'm so excited that I have hair. Like, you can still have excitement to something that you're used to, but if it's not really like that massive explosive feeling inside of you, then it's not gonna be as exciting afterwards. So then it has to be explosive, and you are explosive by being your best, and you're not your best when you're insecure and you're scared and you don't know how to talk up and you don't know how to say things. And I'm not talking about the loud one either, because I just got another picture of a boy who is not loud, so he doesn't speak up over everybody and he doesn't lead everybody, but when he's asked a question, he comes alive. When it's his opportunity to speak, he takes his place and he's like, right, now it's my turn to speak, okay, I'm gonna speak. That boy is also very attractive. Why? Because when it comes time for him to speak, weak, he takes his place instead of being scared and not certain of what he's doing. So you don't even have to be extroverted, but when it's your time to shine, shine. And I think that that's what makes somebody attractive. And it's not about being a bad boy or a good boy. It's not about being rude and not rude or unkind. It's about having the courage to stand up and be who you are and say who you are, want what you want, get what you want, and not be scared or apologetic about it. I think that that's the attractive trait that we, underneath it all, is what we're attracted to. And let's be honest, if you're a young girl and you're dating a young boy who is a bad boy, and he's rude to somebody in front of you, let's be honest about how that feels like, right? It feels awkward. It feels scary. It feels like, oh gosh, I don't like this. And it feels like you just want to kind of ignore it and let him deal with it. And then when he's back to being kind to you, you're like, oh, thank God. Oh yeah, I'm so attracted to you because like you know how to handle yourself. But really, in that moment when he's rude, the honest thing that's going on is that you don't like it. Because if you liked it, you'd be totally immersed with it and want to join in with it. But no, you want to hide. You want to be like, oh, I don't want to look at that. And if you do like somebody who's being rude and you react to it and you're like immersed in it, then that means that you're rude yourself. And so then he's mirroring you, which then makes you feel seen and heard and validated. Like, oh, I'm normal because look, he's doing exactly the same as me, which is what we want in life. We want to connect to people doing the same thing as us. So, but of course, we want to change the world, so then therefore we have to move on to the conclusion. The conclusion is, guys, we need to produce a brand new world. It's very important that we do so. So it's very important that we educate all of you, every single one of you, of how to behave, how to be, have role models, what makes you cool, what makes you not cool. Like, let's tell you what the world should look like, especially when you're young and you're a child. Like, we have to guide you and tell you what to do. And what we want is that we want courageous, attractive people who know what they're doing, who speaks up when it's time to speak up, or who leads, or whatever. But we want it to be kind, we want it to be nice, we want it to be fair. So if you're unkind and you've got all this anger problems and you lash out at everybody, we need to fix all those things because it's not nice. I see it, I've been it. I am an angry example of what not to do. And now I have consequences in my life. My cat is scared of me, my dog is scared of me, my child is scared of me. People around me are scared of my temper because I blow up. So it's not nice. It's not a desired state. And no, I don't want to scare people. I don't like it. I think it's horrible. And there's a reason that if you're sitting there and you're like, yeah, but I don't mind, I want to scare people. There's a reason why you want to do that. And it's because you want to feel what it feels like to be the stronger one. Because you don't want to be the weaker one. So again, that's education. Because why is there weaker ones? Why can't everybody just be kind? Why can't the strong ones help the weak ones? And it's nothing to do with scaring people. If you can lift this heavy object and I can't, okay, come and help me and that would be great. I don't need to be the one who is able to lift this thing. Unless I want to be, then I could become that. So we have to talk about all these things. We have to clear up everything because the world is a mess. People want to be bad for the wrong reasons. People want to be rich for the wrong reasons. There's not enough conversation about what any of it means. And so we need to clear up everything. Bad boys are not attractive. Unkind people are not attractive. And if they are attracted to you, you've got a lot of talking to do to understand what's going on because the world needs to be kind, guys. It needs to be loving. And it's hard because I think that everybody needs a conversation because I need to ask you 1,000 questions and through my 1,000 questions you're going to come up with by yourself to the correct place, which is love, peace, whatever, all of the nice things. You're going to come to it yourself by me asking you 1,000 questions. But it's hard with 30 kids in a classroom. I can't ask all of them all these questions because everybody gets excited and everybody wants to answer and there's only one me, so it just gets out of control. But if it was just me and that boy, I can guarantee you that after I'm done with my questions, asking him questions, he's going to be completely changed because he's going to get to it himself because he's clever, he's intelligent. So he's going to get to it himself like, oh, wait, I missed that. Oh, nobody's asked me that before. Wait, I missed that. And we're not asking the right questions for you to get to that place yourself. And it's hard. 30 against 1, it's hard for me to do that. So I think that everybody deserves this conversation, these endless questions to get you to be in the place where you see clearly Like, oh, wait. This is not so clever, is it? To have a world where everybody is out for themselves and everybody wants to be rich, and then there's loads of poor people, and then the animals are all eating each other, and then people are killing each other, and then like AIDS exists, and then like all of these diseases exist. Like, oh wait, this is not the most clever way to live. Oh wait, I didn't see that before because nobody asked me these specific questions before. There's a way to do this. There's a way to live that it doesn't have to be this way. I didn't see it before, and now I'm seeing it. And that's more clever, isn't it? To have a world with no disease or no hatred. There's so much to explore out there that's exciting. Why do we need violence again? Wait, why do we need hunger? Why do we need disease? And you can't justify it after you become aware of something different. You can't unsee it, and so then you can never justify it ever again, because now you've been exposed to something new, which is the better version of things. And it doesn't include disease, it doesn't include violence, poverty, hatred, fighting. And somebody said that if you love the gym, no, for you to do well at the gym, you have to love pain.
What?
And I was like,
huh?
And that's why I don't love the gym, because I do not love pain. Okay. I already gave you the quote of the week. Bad boys ain't no good, but good boys ain't no fun. And that is completely wrong. There's not enough explanation, misunderstanding, words misused. That's what's going on there. It's just not true, okay? Good boys are very attractive. They just have to be intelligent and sure of themselves, and then they become attractive for sure. Okay, so let's all hold hands. Let's all give each other hugs. I do a lot of that with the kids that I teach. I just like randomly like show them affection. And this particular boy, I do it to him all the time. I stroke his head and he's like, he gets all stiff on me. I want to be a teacher, but I don't know how to like keep my cool when something is like completely wrong. And I think that that's why I'm quitting this job, is because I don't know how to handle things, and my autistic brain is struggling. I think it's my autistic brain is struggling. I don't understand it. I'm supposed to teach you, but then you're going home, somebody else is teaching you something different, and you're coming back to me and it's just a mess. Like, I don't want to do this. This is messy. Like, if I'm going to teach you, you just have to stay in my care forever, and then that's how it would work. But you keep leaving, and I'm only here once a week for like 45 minutes. Like, how is that going to work? So then the whole thing is just like, ah! But I think I am born to teach children and to mold the new world, because the world as it stands right now is unacceptable, and we need to have conversations about everything. Right, I'm off. I think I've just ranted on, so now I'm off. And just remember, if you're a good boy, good on you. Just be confident and be self-assured, and you're just up there with the rest of them. And if you're a bad boy, make sure it's the intelligent type and not the rude type. Because if you're the rude type, like, please delete that. Throw it away. Right. Until next time. I'll see you later. Bye.